Welcome to Herf Zone Live. I'm here every Tuesday to bring you the best content weekly. Be sure to subscribe on YouTube, search for Team Shirtless Mike, and follow on Facebook at Shirtless Mike. You can reach out to me on Instagram at Shirtless Mike 2020. See what goes on in my life, and hopefully, I can see what goes on in yours. So, Herf Zone Live is expanding. Get your product in front of hundreds of viewers every single week. Let me advertise your cigar or product to my audience. DM me. Let's exchange information and get you a part of the Team Shirtless Mike team. What is going on, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land? I hope everybody has had an awesome week so far. Yes, it's only Tuesday, but it's okay. Tuesday is now the best time of the week because it's time for Herf Zone Live. So, um, I don't know if you had it, if the Facebook algorithms have showed you my post, but next month will officially be 3 years that I've been doing my show Herf Zone Live. This is actually episode 72. I mean, there's been some weeks missed here and there, but it hasn't been quite consecutive 3 years. But episode 72 was quite a feat. There was some weeks here and there when there was no show, but it's all good because it's been a good time. It's been a long run, so after the show, you could go ahead and check out that post. I just want to, before we get started, before I bring on my guests and everything, I just wanted to go ahead and thank everybody who takes the time each week to tune in. I want to thank every single guest that's been on the show, past, present, and future. If it wasn't for you guys, there would be no me. And forget all this happiness though. Thank you so much, guys. And I see Candy. She's giving me a congratulations all the way from Pennsylvania. What's up, sister? How you doing? All right, so tonight's guest is a returning guest. He is now a Herf Zone Live regular because this is his second appearance. He first appeared, um, what is it here? It was episode. Oh, I had it bookmarked here. I think it was episode 30 something or 40 something. So now it's 30 something episodes later, episode 72. We got Mr. Cedrick Linzy. He's on the green room right now. So without further ado, from the Hustler Universe Podcast Network Green Room, where you'll find the Cigar Hustlers podcast and the Chet and Palmer Shit Show. Welcome to Herf Zone Live, Mr. Cedrick Linzy from the Virginia Herf and CNC Tobacco. What's up, brother?
What's going on, Mike? It's good.
Everything is good, man. So we were talking before the show, and you're at
hmm
your attorney's house right now, and he actually gave you the green light to smoke. How does that
Yeah,
feel?
he gave. Well, we I've been knowing him since I was 19, so I get to do a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't get to do. Um,
Absolutely.
we just went through getting my gun rights back, so it's real cool. So I had planned to add uh, a gun event to the Herf this year, but Freedom they had a fire in one of the ranges, so we probably end up doing that later on this year.
Hey, there's nothing like
Guns and
cigars,
guards go together.
guns and cigars, man. It's all about freedom and everything. So, it's been about a year since you last came on the show. So, we're
Right.
gonna start here with talk about last year's Virginia Herf. Since it's already passed now, we're just
hmm
gonna build on everything. So, you gave us a snapshot of that. How did that turn out last year and all that good stuff? Give us the rundown on that.
Um, Last year was really cool. Um, I think last year we started with a student cigar event at Flat Street, which this year they became a sponsor. So
Nice.
we switched it. Now this year it's Welcome to Virginia. Last year we started in Hampton. This year we finish in Hampton. Um, just continue to move it around the cities, the major areas. Um, Virginia is a cigar friendly state. Some places have patios. COVID changed a lot. People start building patios where you can smoke.
Yeah.
Um, so it was cool. And so we did Welcome to Virginia and Hampton. We did a suit and cigar meet and greet at Flat Street, and then we did the Herf at Bodied Golf Course. It rained a little bit. We was able to move the band inside. Um, Good turnout, a lot of vendors, and then we had an after party at the corner. They will not let me smoke cigars in there again because they had a few people. They said they had some couches, some chairs burned. They made a lot of money though, but
Yeah.
it was cool. We rented all the VIP sections. Jeff came out from Vegas. I got to get you guys connected so you can do a podcast. You on Sugar Daddy Cigar Lounge in Las Vegas, so he came out.
Okay, I've heard of him.
I had Rich from Dallas Cigar Week. He came out. Um, we lost a member of the Herf. We had someone pass. He came out. We had
It
Empress
wasn't
Cuts.
at the
We had
Herf. It wasn't at the Herf that he
no,
passed.
it wasn't at the
Okay,
Herf. No, it
thank God.
wasn't at the
Because
Herf.
I mean,
It was
'cause
no,
that would have been a party. But rest in peace
no,
to the
no.
person lost, man, and
Yeah,
my
nice young lady.
condolences
You know,
to y'all.
I keep it private. Really, really, really cool young lady.
Yeah,
Other than that, it was real cool. I learned you learn every year when you do these events. You know,
yeah. What's the biggest thing that you've learned from last year that you plan on incorporating this year with the Virginia Herf?
keep my cool.
Keep it cool.
Yeah, because you know, you know as well as I do, Mike. When you do these events, first of all, we try to give everybody something at our event. We're not
Yeah,
just like people have events, nothing against them, where they charge you and they give you nothing. We give everybody something. I think
yeah,
last year at the Herf, everybody that paid $45 had wine tasting, a free barbecue sandwich, chips, fries, and then we had a VIP section with oyster Rockefeller, shrimp, champagne on every table. Then you when you give like that, people take your kindness for weakness
yeah,
and start grabbing bottles, you know, and I should just let my security do their job, but I didn't want to get them in altercation. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Um, yeah, just this year, just keep my cool, just be cool, because you once when you do an event like that and you have a altercation with the customer, then you're the bad guy because they never know what happened, what really happened. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. Most definitely. Yeah, I could definitely attest to that because there's, times, I work in retail, so we got different rewards programs and stuff, and it seems like people they just want to gimme, 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 even though,
Yeah.
obviously they're paying for it and everything, but,
Right.
people just take advantage of that
Right.
or they just, people just get in that greedy mindset, it should be a more of a grateful mindset, but not
Right.
not everyone's solid. Not everyone's
No.
brought up like me, you, and all
No.
that. So
No. I have the only event, Mike, that everyone gets something. Everybody.
mhm.
And it's still not enough.
Yep, most definitely.
So I've
Well,
been trying to keep the event in the area. Um, Michael Massey, my attorney, he's been trying to get me to keep something here in uh, in this 757 Hampton Roads area, trying to get them to upgrade a little bit. You know, but you have that struggle. The demographics is different here.
yeah,
It's weird. You'd have to come up here and understand it. You know what I mean?
hmm yeah, most definitely. So last year was a success. You've been
Last year
doing
was
it
good.
for quite a few years now. So what does everybody that's planning on coming out this year, what do they have to look forward to? I know it's a multi-day event. I've seen some of the flyers and everything. One of them was, that sip and paint, and I think one
Yeah.
of the flyers said something about twerking or something like that. And I was like, oh Lord,
so so I don't paint. I painted in high school. So
yeah,
this year it's a the day one, September 1st is Welcome to Virginia at Flat Street,
yeah,
and really nice cigar lounge, good drinks. The owner Kenny and Shawana White, very supportive. We had a great turnout last year. Um, they have a great. He makes a rusty nail, which is made with Drum Buoy and Glenfiddich 12.
Mm.
He makes a peach Hennessy drink. The DJ is DJ Bobby Roscoe. Last year we had Reggie Gist open up. Then September the 2nd is what you're talking about. So
Yeah.
we have Roger Brown's, and the front part of the room is Paint and Sip,
Hmm.
ran by Justin Q. Young from Northern Virginia. So he's an artist. Actually, he's an artist. So he designed to where you can paint a lady in a cigar or a pair of high heels and a bottle or some boots, some Timberland boots, and a bottle of liquor. So I try to make something with couple friendly because
Yeah.
my wife smokes. A lot of women smoke. Um, no smoking inside Roger Brown, outside. So they're a sponsor this year. And then so he's had some successful twerking paints. So last year I had some pretty women sell anything.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
so he ran a twerking paint. Now I'm
How
totally
did that work?
the twerking paint. My wife will be taking the tickets for that date. I'll be I'll be in front smoking. Uh, the twerking paint, they actually twerk. I
That's
think they
cool.
paint first and then twerk. I don't know how that works. I don't know.
I
I
mean, I
won't
mean,
be in there
I
for
mean,
that.
if it was a chick from Florida, I guarantee they could twerk and paint at the same time. Because these women out here be going viral. They go viral for twerking in Florida.
Yeah, I know. I know it's crazy. But you know, I advertise paint and sip. So you buy a ticket, it's free hors d'oeuvres. Everybody gets a drink, glass of wine. The twerk side, that's all of Justin Young, Q. That's his side.
Yeah.
The room will be split, unless you want to go back there and twerk, and you can walk over and twerk.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and
Now,
then
I'll
the
let you keep
major
talking.
event, the major event is September the 3rd at Tapped on 23rd Street. Incredible place. The band is Better by Tuesday. So the bourbon that we'll have there, all the bourbon will be etched with Virginia Herf logo.
Nice. Now, did you have a direct influence, or in the whole process of creating that bourbon, or did you just pick what you like and then just and then have it etched, a bottle etched?
No, he's working on making me a bourbon. Uh, I'm actually drinking the bourbon whiskey, trying to trying to get in front of the camera. So
Oh,
Ironclad
nice.
is a distillery in Newport News, and inside the label it has a story with each bottle. Um, I'm an old fashioned. I love old fashions, so he makes a great old fashioned. So I picked this bourbon, which is a straight bourbon for the old fashioned.
Nice.
So he actually, I don't know if I can get this right. He actually came to our bourbon tasting event in Virginia Beach with Mike Rockford, and that was really awesome, dope, and
Nice.
called Bourbon on the Greens. And we developed a relationship because the Herf is about getting businesses together to
Yeah.
push the agenda going forward.
Nice. And then is that all the events for the Virginia Herp this year? You
Nope.
got more. You got more up your sleeve. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So after, so you got the Welcome to Virginia on the first, Paint Sip and Smoke on the second, and Roger Brown's in Portsmouth. Tapped on 23rd Street, which every ticket, August the 31st, we close out. So every ticket comes with a bourbon or a beer and a bourbon. That closes out on the 31st. Now you're welcome to come and pay, but the drinks closes out because they
Yeah.
need to know how many, you know, bev-
Oh,
this is a
absolutely.
last minute state. Everybody's last minute.
Yeah, I think
But I
with
get
most
that. Labor
major
Day.
events, it's like that.
Yeah.
No matter how early you put out information, people, they make the decision late and last minute and all that.
I've been trying to get away from the VIP. We will have one, a small area. The after party is at Legacy Live VA in Hampton, Virginia. Good friend of mine, Jay Wolf. He owns it used to be called the Avenue Blue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It used to be called the Avenue Blue,
Okay.
and really nice establishment. Um, all the sections are sold, except the nine six sections that hold 9 people. But so we'll have cigar smoking on the patio, of course, band, DJ, and then the brunch is at 1865 Brewery, which is actually the first black-owned brewery in the state of Virginia. So that's cool.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah. So not that black-owned, but that's how they advertise it. So I have to say it.
Yeah.
Really nice guys. William Comer, um, really nice guy. So we're doing a brunch. He has upstairs VIP, cabanas, patio. It's just a straight grassroots. Come out, play some cornhole. I think we're going to separate the rooms upstairs to a vodka tasting, a cognac tasting, a scotch, and a
Oh, nice.
tequila. We're going to put some special cigars up there, probably some Forbidden 13s, because it's
Beautiful.
private upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it. After that, that is like done.
Nice. That's what's up, man. It sounds like it's gonna be a great event, and and I remember, you said that you like old fashions. Do you got a simple old fashioned recipe? Because I got to start learning how to make an actual old fashioned because I have a customer at my shop. We do wine based liquor, so I've learned how to make the old fashions, smoky old fashions with the wine based liquor. But there's like more steps, and they say to make a real old fashioned with actual real liquor is it's a lot easier, because you don't have as
Yeah,
many of the stuff to put in. Like, you have like a really good recipe for that, because
a
I'm gonna have to
simple way
start learning.
a simple way to make old fashioned. I think again, good friend of mine, Michael Massey. We drink a lot of Manhattans, which is makers.
Yeah,
I like makers.
yeah,
So a old fashioned, the ones I like is just bitters. If you can't get that sugar mix right, just get a brown sugar cube, a
yeah.
cherry,
That's what
and
I've
an
heard.
orange, and
Yeah,
that's it. Now they got fancy. I think at Flat Street they smoke them, but
yeah.
simple old fashioned is bourbon, bitters, brown sugar, cherry,
Yeah,
and
because we
orange.
because we got all these bitters and stuff. Because with the wine based liquor, it's not like
Mm,
it's fermented. It's not distilled, so
yeah,
it's only like 21% alcohol. So there's
right.
it's a whole recipe and everything. But it's a whole different process, sort of, but it's still pretty easy. I've learned how to.
It
I,
is.
I literally
It
got
is.
people that when I'm there, if they like old fashions and they know, and because I'm not a bartender, but
Mm,
during the day, you know, I've learned how to make that because they gave us recipes and everything. So
right.
if they know I'm there, they're gonna come. And one time I made like six of them. Three rounds. So I've
You made
learned
old
how to.
fashioned with a wine base.
Yeah. It's got these
That's
orange bitter,
interesting.
different bitters and everything. You put it all
So
in
it's
the glass.
pre-mixed. It's
No, it's not
pre-mixed.
It's not pre-mixed. You have it's called like Barrel XO, whatever. That's like the whiskey, their version of whiskey, which you don't want to
Mm,
drink that. You don't want to drink it straight because it tastes like the muted version, what it's supposed to be. But whenever you
mm-hmm.
make drinks with it, you can hardly tell the difference with it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. And then we sell Don Julio cigars. They're made in the Dominican Republic, and
Okay.
all the other boxes are lined with tobacco. So whenever we sell out of a box on the shelf, we just take it to the bar, and we light the tobacco on fire, and we put our glass upside down on top of it while we're making the drink,
Okay.
and then after we got everything mixed and stirred, muddled and everything like that, um, then we, get our ice cube, put it in there, pour it in the glass. You got a smoky old fashioned. It's a different process, but everybody keeps telling me it's so much easier doing a real old fashioned. So I'm gonna have to look up a few different recipes, and because I got somebody wanting to hire me to make it for their Super Bowl party. So,
So you got somebody want to hire you to make old fashions.
and I'm like, I ain't even no fucking bartender, but shit, I'm about that money though. So I
Definitely
got
make
some.
a few different ones. Make a bourbon. and make a
Yeah,
cognac old fashioned. You know what I mean?
yeah. So
What
I
you
got to talk
smoking?
more details. I'm smoking a Punch Knuckle Buster right now, which
Old school.
our forged rep. He he came in right before I got off of work, and I was like, damn, I gotta go. But of course, I make time to dry bag from the reps, even if I'm on my way out the door.
I'm
So
smoking a Call of Arms by Stolen Thrones. So
nice.
good
And
friend of mine, Jr. and Lee. I think
yep,
did I
yeah,
send you
yeah,
some of these last year?
yeah. That's what you sent me quite a few months ago, and everything.
So
And
that
it was
cigar be there at the Herf
Yeah, it was
for
awesome.
sure.
And yeah, you sent me, I think, what, three or four of them, five of them, something like four or five of them.
I'll
I
send
can't
some
remember.
more. Noel, I think it's a Nicaraguan for sure, and Noel Rojas has something to do with the blend.
Oh yeah, Noel Rojas is everywhere.
Yeah,
Have not met him personally, but I've smoked some of his blends, a few of them, which I don't really order online or anything, but they don't carry them local. But I had a good friend who gave me a Noel Rojas cigar. I forgot which one it was, and it was really good. So I gotta put you down below real quick, and I have
yep,
a sponsor now, so I gotta read my commercial and
yeah,
everything
you
real
gotta do
quick.
that.
We're going to continue on. We'll talk about some more good stuff, and all that. So I'm gonna put you down. Let me just get it
I
all
got time to use the
ready.
restroom.
Yeah, you have just enough time, and I'll keep talking until I see you again. But
That
I'll put you down below and then do my commercial. I'll take my time with it.
sponsors
So
are important.
yes, sir. All right. So hold on. I'm
All
gonna
right.
do this. All right. So Herf Zone Live is sponsored by Nomos Cigars, rated 91 in Cigars and Spirits magazine. Nomos is a full body 6x56 cigar that features a rich, full flavor accomplished with a high quality construction and exclusive aging process. Once the fine cigar is born, it immediately begins our exclusive Nomos Aging Process nap. While each cigar naps, it continues to develop its unique aroma and flavor that sets itself apart from any other cigar the world over. It is a delicious medium smoke resulting from the finely aged Cameroon wrapper and blend of 8-year-old Seco Dominican filler and 5-year-old Nicaragua criollo filler. The Indonesian Sumatran binder finishes the cigar ingredients with the finest quality tobacco available. This exclusive blend provides a beautiful smoke right down to the last nub. Check out nomoscigars.com for info on where to find retailers that carry Nomos cigars. Orders also available on their website. Also follow them at Nomos Cigars on Instagram. So cool, man. So while we're waiting for Cedrick to come back on and everything, then if you want to leave some comments, say what's up. Go ahead and leave them comments. If you're watching from my personal Facebook page, go ahead to the Shirtless Mike page so that your comment will show up on my end and all that good stuff. So he should be back in just a moment here. I try to take my time with reading the commercial, but Turf Zone Live, baby. We got so much more to talk about. If you have any questions that you want to ask Cedric or whatever, and we'll just continue keeping it rocking and rolling and all that good stuff. So we got it in the background here. He'll be back any moment. So
What? Twerking paint. What is twerking paint?
It's like a sipping paint, but it's for women. It is for women.
all
But
right,
they put twerking
gotta wait for him to get his headphones back on.
can't do sipping. But it's still a sipping paint. Just like music
Yeah.
All
It's on the
right,
other side.
cool. Well, welcome back. So I read it out. So yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of Nomos Cigars, but
I
they're my
have.
sponsor. Yeah, the good guys, and they were just on the show last week. So awesome guys, and so last time you were on the show, you told it. You're an online retail. You got your own. You're a retailer as well on top of everything. So
Mm.
what's been going on with CNC Tobacco? Anything new coming up?
Um,
Like what's been going on with that?
Before I do that, I gotta get a shout out to my sponsors. Flat Street Cigar Lounge in Portsmouth, Virginia. Town Bank, a local bank, Virginia. Dunn Harrison, VA Roofing, Burke's Travel Passion Services. They do all kind of travel. Christian Miles Collection, suits, of course. Uh, one sec, I get it.
Can't forget them, you know.
Massey Law Group, located in 200 High Street, Portsmouth, Virginia, sponsor. Um, Touch of Styles Barbershop, across the street from Roger Brown's, sponsor. Roger Brown's Virginia Sports Bar, sponsor. Coastal Fermentory, sponsor. And Ironclad Distillery, sponsor.
Nice. And my other sponsor. So I don't know if you followed or saw my newest tattoo, but I'll let you see real quick. So a Cigar Hustlers podcast, they sponsor my show, and then
Nice.
so when they read up their sponsorship this year back in
Uh-huh.
April, I got them tattooed. So in addition to my sponsorship, they also paid for my tattoo. So I mean, they sponsored
You're gonna
the
have a
the
TV
green
show in a
room
minute.
pretty soon, anytime. I mean, people were asking me the question if I'm gonna start selling space on my body. And I'm like, no, this is kind of a unique situation. Like, not everybody's
Yeah.
gonna, I mean, I'll take money for a tattoo, but at the same time, it was it was a different experience, cool story, because they were the first people to invest in what I do and believe in me and everything. They're Cigar Hustlers. They're their own podcast, and they've grown a
Right.
lot since then, and I've grown a lot, so it's all good. So yeah, CNC Tobacco, brother. What's been going on with that? Have
Um.
and all that.
So, uh, in the summertime, man, I've been super, super busy. Um, haven't did a lot of retail online. Uh, Square, Square shut me down because of tobacco sales. So I
Oh
ended up going
shit.
with Clover. Yeah, no, there's no biggie.
Yeah,
I
we just
ended up
we, we
going.
just switched to Clover.
POS systems are really hard, difficult dealing with tobacco. So
Yeah,
I went with Clover, and now I stock a couple of places. So I don't. I'm done with the hand to hand transactions. I'm grateful for
yeah,
them. If you're a customer in 2019, yeah, I still do it. But we're doing a Harley Davidson event in Petersburg. So I just got back from Charlotte. We went to Hawaii. I turned 50 in 2024, so I'm doing the event in Hawaii during my birthday.
nice.
Of course, we did the Houston Cigar Week last year. Couldn't do anything this year. Did Vegas Cigar Week. I was just too busy this year. Um,
Yeah,
I think last time we talked, Suits and Cigars was just taking off
yeah,
with
yeah. Tell us more
Lee.
about that.
Um, so me and Kevin Fox, which used to be my tailor, we started something called Suits and Cigar Society.
Yeah,
And then Christian Miles Collection is my son. It's my son's name, Christian Miles Linzy, of course. Um, I was working with a European company out of Italy, Eduardo, and I started on my own line because just suits and cigars just go together, right?
absolutely.
Nice suit, cigar. Um, 'Cause cigars go anywhere from $5 to I think I got some Cohiba Talisman 2017. I think now they're like 100 and some dollars a pop.
Yeah.
And then you got your Opus, so you know how it is.
Yep.
So that took off. I don't think I used the operative word. Sorry. September the 2nd, Norcom football team. They'll get some of those proceeds because I didn't grow up in Portsmouth, but I spent a lot of time here out
Hmm.
of the Navy. So we're donating some money to the football team. Coach Hawkins, great guy, great bunch of guys. And CNC's been busy, man. Very
That's
busy
it.
summer.
Most definitely. So yeah, so you changed your business model essentially. That's the biggest change from
Yeah,
last
yeah,
time.
yeah.
And so you're not doing the hand transactions, although you
No,
still do it, but you're not like focusing on that. So you're more of like the mobile, like you'll service like different events type thing.
yeah. I went to this weekend at Petersburg. It's actually the 25th anniversary of Buffalo Soldiers. So you're talking about
Yeah,
2,000 bikers.
yeah.
So
There's some
I'm the
Buffalo
sole
Soldiers
cigar
in
vendor for
Cocoa
that.
where I'm from. Although I live in
Really?
Melbourne, but yeah, yeah. There's Buffalo Soldiers out here that I know a few guys, which I don't ride motorcycles, but
Right.
I know some guys. So
So now, Mike, it's good, man, and I'm really grateful. Um, I was in Philly. I didn't go to Philly, but my cigars went to Philly.
yeah,
I helped Monica Cooper out with she owns Sticks and Stilettos. She had an event during New York Cigar Week last year. Um, just still working and just building bridges, man. That's what it's about. I don't have time to just do an event myself. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I was in Charlotte City Club. I did a suit and cigar brunch. It was amazing. Um, it's been busy, man.
that's it, man.
Busy is good though. You know, if you're gonna build a brand, it takes 10 years to build a brand.
Yep,
And I'm on year 5 with CNC, year 4 with the Herf being a ticketed event. The first year, 2018, it was non-ticketed.
yep,
So, and then of course giving back to the community, trying to attach cigars to something good. That's where the twerking paint comes. Trying to get the young people because last year we had hookah. Nobody
yeah,
likes hookah in a cigar lounge.
yeah. Yeah, because you gotta. I mean, there's a spot in Brevard County that called the Leaf Lounge in Titusville, and they have hookah and stuff like that. But it's I only
Right.
see like a few people smoke a hookah. But I mean, there are some
Yeah.
places that have that option. But I mean,
Right.
there's nothing wrong with hookah. It's just cigars is where it's at, though. Most definitely.
I'm starting
So
to see that cigars have become very, very trendy.
yeah, and then
Everybody's smoking cigars
the
now.
cool thing is though the people who jumped on it as a fad, they're gonna fall off eventually. But you could really tell just based on talking to people who's like truly a
Right.
cigar person. Like, because I talk
Yeah.
to people
Yeah.
every day, I could tell if they're truly a cigar person or not
Right. Right.
just by
I like
talking to
pepper.
them.
So if you ask me,
Oh,
if
I love
somebody
pepper.
says, "What kind of cigar do you like?" I like medium to full body, and I like pepper. I like spice. You know, in my younger days, every now and then you'll still see me smoke a cigarette, and everybody, "Oh man, you smoking a cigarette?" It's tobacco.
Yeah.
It's tobacco.
That's
But
not my choice, but I don't judge people. One of the biggest retailers that I know
nah,
smokes cigarettes too. Like
yeah,
I saw him outside with some coffee during a big event. I'm not gonna name his name, but he doesn't care. But
yeah,
I seen him smoking a cigarette, and I was like,
yeah,
really? You're one of the biggest cigar retailers known, and you're out here
yeah,
smoking a cigarette.
yeah. Hey, I tell you what, I make a joke. So CNC tobacco, classic cigars, it means two things. It's two businesses in one. CNC tobacco is your everyday tobacco. Classic cigars is your Opus, 20th anniversary, Davidoff, late hour, triple 88 Opus, um, Triple Maduro Camacho 2009 edition. It's
Yep,
upscale tobacco.
yep,
So a lot of people, when you see me smoking a cigarette, it's because I don't want to smoke one of those because they cost too much. And I need a quick smoke because you know you're stressed with the everyday hustle. You're dealing with people. It's a
yep,
lot to go with sales because people ask you questions. So you got anything sweet? You got anything? Where is this from? They really don't want to know where it's from.
yeah. Well, I mean, most people. What I realize with most consumers, they ask informed questions, a lot of them, but a lot of it's just curiosity. But you can tell the ones that are just they're not informed. They just want to they just want to hear themselves talk. Like when they walk in, talk
Yeah,
about you
exactly,
got Cubans.
exactly,
If you say
exactly.
you got Cubans, you could tell they're on that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
something else.
I had a guy tell me one time. He said, this is funny. I won't mention any names. It was recently. Uh, he played basketball. He played professional basketball. So he goes and he's showing me all these pictures with another Hall of Fame basketball player. And he goes, "You got any MJs?" And I said, it's actually called the Particus Lusitania. It's not MJ. I said, I posted that. So I tell people I sell a lifestyle. It's actually Particus Lusitania. I say Michael Jordan smokes double Lanceros, and the guy that sells them to him doesn't even smoke tobacco. And one of the guys I get my tobacco from, he doesn't smoke tobacco. So
Mm,
that tells you where the industry is going. that they want to smoke what they see somebody else smoke.
Yeah,
They don't even
most
know if it's any
definitely.
good.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, those are the people that they just smoke every once in a while. Like like for example, like so the chief. I'm not gonna say the area, but in my local area, the chief of police.
Right, right,
Because so he comes in and he's real cool. He comes in every so often, and he was like going through the humidor. Me and my manager were talking or whatever,
right,
and he was like, "Man, I want something mild." And then every single cigar he was asking if we had was not mild.
right.
So
Exactly,
he was asking for like
exactly.
the Liga Privada #9, which we don't.
That's
In
not
order to
mild.
get Liga Privadas, you have to. We don't do enough. We don't have enough facings of Drew Estate to get Liga Privadas. So we if we could come up on a box every so often, we do. But right
Right.
now we don't have them. So but we do carry Foundation cigars. So I was like, "Hey, Chief," I was like,
It's
"This
a
is
great stick.
yeah," and I mean it's the same type of tobacco, same person originally
Same,
behind the Liga
same,
Privada, so it's that
same,
same profile. So I told him,
same.
I said, man, I said
So is the
everything,
LFD
yeah,
Lavac. Same,
yeah, the Leno, Lennox, or
same.
Lavocada, yeah,
LFD Digger.
yep,
Same.
most definitely, yes.
660 flat.
I had to tell
Same.
this guy. I was like, you say you want a mild cigar, but every single cigar you're showing us is not mild. He's like, man, I don't even know. I just like to smoke them. And I was just like, all right, all right. But he's a good guy. I'm not gonna say the area or nothing like that because I don't want to
I
put him
got you.
out there or embarrass him.
Nah,
But
nah.
I'm
Yeah.
sure he ain't watching this, but still, my manager might. So we're just gonna keep the name and
What about the
area
guy
out.
that goes? What about the guy that walks up to you and says, I mean, I sell exclusive tobacco. And he goes, you got any cohibas? I was like, which one? Siglo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? Bahiki,
Hmm.
52, 54, 56. I got him off a cruise ship. Oh, well, guess what? You're not smoking cohiba. You smoking some shit from Mexico.
Yeah.
You smoking a cruise ship, Cuban.
Yep. And see that people think, oh, there's nothing wrong with the fake Cuban or whatever, but the thing about it might taste okay, but I've seen
Mm-hmm.
fake Cohibas
Yeah,
broken apart,
yeah.
and there's been
Short filler.
feathers
Oh,
and found in inside of
strings.
it, strings, rat shit,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah,
whatever's sweeping off the floor. It's short filler,
yeah.
all that. So it's like, I mean, you got to be careful. You're out there getting duped. And actually, where I live, or where the shop I work, I live in Melbourne, but the shop is close
Mm-hmm.
to where the port is, where people go on cruises. So we get a lot of cruise people finding us again after being in the Merritt Island Mall and all
Mm-hmm.
that. So Port Canaveral is like 10 minutes from, it's like right up the street from our shop. So we got all those cruise
Okay.
ship people coming in, and I always warn because people will talk about, oh, I'm gonna get some Cubans when I'm like, yo, just do yourself a favor. Just you're gonna get better cigars here
Mm.
than getting them wherever you're going. I was like, because chances are they're not gonna be Cubans unless you go to
It's like buying sneakers, dude. It's like
yeah.
a lot of people don't know how insulting it is um, to smoke whatever you like, right? But don't
Hmm.
say you smoke something and is and say a name. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you don't even know what you're smoking.
Yep. Most definitely.
But yeah.
So we were talking before the show and everything, and you said you're working on your own cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to be like your own brand, or is it just going to be something or your own brand that you just sell through yourself, or
No,
are you going to
no.
start a separate entity? How's that going to work?
Yeah, it's going to be a separate entity. I like high end tobacco. Me and Sam Lucia. I went to my first Pittsburgh game this weekend, last weekend. Me and my wife and me and Sam. You know Sam Lucia, Stogie Birds,
Yeah,
heavy. He's been
yeah,
around forever.
he's definitely an industry legend. I have not had the chance
Yeah,
to meet him yet, but he's a legend. Man, if you don't know who he is, you don't smoke cigars.
you don't smoke exactly. If you don't know who Sam Lucia is, you don't smoke cigars. So I'm gonna make sure he does a podcast because he's opening up a spot in PA, and he came to my first Herf. So that we're friends. We're bonded by the leaf. And And that's really what the Herf is about. It's not about where you work at, how much money you make. It's about cigars and the culture and what happens when you smoke a good tobacco and
Yep.
hang out with a great sister or brother of the leaf. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So Sam's first time we smoked Ataby, which is rolled by Nelson Alfonso.
Yep.
You already know what that
Yeah.
is.
We carry out
The
of base. So
Byron. So
yeah,
that shit
I've
is
smoked all
serious.
those. I don't smoke them a lot, but I review cigars from my shop I work at,
That is
and
serious.
that's one that my boss wanted me to review. So I've reviewed all those, smoked them. Can't smoke
Right.
them every day, even if at my
No.
cost. But
No.
you know,
Very expensive cigar. And so we were looking at the burn line. So it was his first time smoking. He was like, Cedrick, this is really good. But Nelson Alfonso is the first person that I know that distributes a cigar in America and never tells what's in it. If you
yep,
look it up and review it, it's just question mark, filler, question mark,
yeah. I
leaf.
mean, it's made in Costa Rica, but it's like I forgot Ecuadorian, Connecticut, but binder and
It has
filler.
that floral. It has that. The first, I think I had the white box, and then I bought the yellow box and the black box. Now, nothing against Nelson because they're great smokes. But when you roll something like that, and you have that kind of blending, you're a master blender. The aging process comes into effect. How
Yeah,
well does it age? So, going back to what we talked about, my cigar, I definitely want a Costa Rican binder. Absolutely. Do you remember the La Barber #9 when it first came out? La Perp, I think it was called.
yeah. The perp.
It had that floral. It had that floral type flavor.
Yeah,
Very good. Again, I like the pepper, so I want something. I don't know if the Nicaraguan will mix good with a Costa Rican binder. I don't know.
you have to experiment to see if it does. That's the thing. Like it's one thing you
Yeah.
can have ideas in your head, but until you taste each tobacco individually
Right. Right.
and then put them together, you just
Right.
never know because some stuff will surprise you. And I've never blended a cigar, but I've heard a lot of people talk about the process,
Right.
interviewed
Right.
a lot
Right.
of
Right.
people talking about the blending process and everything. So you
I
never
like the
know how it will be.
transition. I think a cigar should transition because when you start smoking it, the cold draw, you're gonna get some flavors. To me, every cigar, the first third, I don't like it until I get into the body of the cigar. The end of the cigar, I definitely never smoke it. I never need a nub unless I'm smoking something really expensive. And I'm still not gonna burn my fingers smoking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. I definitely burn my fingers smoking because that's just how I always am. But I've been like that forever though. So
But
so
yeah,
do
so
you
I'm working on that.
now? Do you
It
have
should be done by the spring.
do you you mentioned, I forgot who you said that you were trying to come out with, or are you not gonna talk too much about who you're making the cigar with?
Uh, yeah, I can't right now because I think I'm
Okay.
gonna change factories. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, you know how it is if you deal with one roller,
Yeah.
he
Or
won't let
one
you buy your
factory.
leaf because if you go there, um, I talked to TK. TK's been on your show yet?
Yeah, he's been on my show, man, and
Very,
I gotta hit him up because I gotta find out when he because I'm gonna write an article for Black Smoke
yeah,
magazine,
yeah. He wants to
and
do an article on the Herf. A lot of knowledge, a lot of knowledge, a
oh
lot
yeah,
of knowledge.
he
People,
was on
people
like a month or
judge.
two ago, so you gotta definitely
Yeah,
watch that episode after. It was a good show.
yeah. People judge people. That'll never stop. But he told me some things last year in Texas. So what happens? Say you go, and we won't mention any names. We're just talking. You go to a factory, and they give you a sample of what you're gonna buy, right?
Hmm.
And then you fly back home, and then you get something else.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
business.
Yeah. Well, if you're in that country, you're in a certain mind frame. You have to smoke it when you're in your natural environment too, because it
Yeah,
changes things.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if it's scientific. I've talked to Z from Cordoba Morales. He's a good friend of mine. And he mentioned that it's just you're in that mind state
Yeah.
in that country. So I mean, the real test is when you get at home, and you're
Yeah.
smoking it at
Yes.
home and
Yes.
everything. So
And how well it ages. Like a good friend of mine, Gerard Wyatt from Nomos Cigars, they own the Jake Wyatt. I love the Herbert Spencer, the Lucid. Him and Coleman from Sinistro Tobacco, they made a cigar called the TNT. Yeah, have you had the TNT yet?
no,
It's like
I've
a
I've,
dynamite.
I've, I've I've heard of it, but I have
I'll
not
mail
had
you
it.
one. So they made
All right.
510 boxes and they're done. And it was made with a process called Andullo tobacco, where they take it and stretch it and pull it, stretch it and pull it.
Yeah.
Very full body all the way. And when Gerard goes to make his sticks in DR, I think Laura Rory does it. He stays over there for 30 days
Yeah.
to make sure everything is right. You know what I mean? And if you're not willing to do that, or you trust the maker, you really don't know what you're getting. Me and TK talked about dead tobacco, and this is tobacco that's making the Black and Miles.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? But when you leave, Mike, you don't know what you're getting.
Yep.
You're not going to smoke every cigar. It's just like wine. If the sun hits this part of the field, I've bought wine in boxes, and the first box tastes better than the second. I think the first wine, I really like the what was that wine we used to drink all the time, Mike? Layered cake, layered cake with Shiraz, 2014, I think. And I've bought some since 2015, and it's different.
Yep.
This is how that's how
It just has to
tobacco
do
is.
it just has to do a lot with the weather, the soil
Yes,
conditions, the
yes,
the whole
yes,
process.
yes, yes.
I mean, as much as they try to make everything consistent, I mean, which it's possible to get very, very close, but you know,
You
like
can't do it.
like
You
even
can't
with
do it.
padrones, like their naturals are sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a Maduro and a natural wrapper. Like
Yeah,
even
yeah.
as of recently, because I'm sitting there at the shop and we have to refill boxes and all that.
Uh-huh.
So I take the refill box and I'm like, I gotta make sure I color compare, but sometimes I have to really look at it like just to make sure I'm putting the right price on the right thing because
Yeah.
it's and make sure that everything's on point because it's not easy for sure.
It's the same with a suit. I measure a guy for a suit. All my suits are made to measure. You measure a guy, and he may pick a 120 versus a 180, and he might eat a little too much, or
Yep,
maybe he won't eat anything, and the fabric will hang different because of the material.
yep,
It's the same with tobacco. You know what I
absolutely.
mean?
Yep. And I mean, even in the process, and a natural the Padron's natural wrapper is sometimes close to a Maduro. One time I couldn't even tell the difference. I was like, it was indistinguishable. Like, and I was,
Right.
it's just craziness. It just all has to do with the process of that particular time.
Yeah.
Although
Yeah.
whenever you taste each individual one, it's still pretty consistent, but it's just the process that makes it like that. But
What's your favorite cigar? Top three. Favorite cigar. Run it down. Top three.
it's kind of hard for me to say. As of the last couple years, I've been smoking a lot of La Aroma de Cuba, the red label one. I smoke that more than anything, and I've ever since I started working at the shop I work at, I probably sold more because people now I've been there for a year, so people really trust my palate. Like
Okay.
every single person that I recommend a cigar to, they always come back saying how much they enjoy that cigar. I put people on that cigar. So that I of course smoke a lot of AJ Fernandez, so I like the Bella Artez. Um,
You think AJ's blend has changed?
on what?
So you know how I can't say names. So you know how you can make a really good cigar and then you get corporate and you
Yeah,
start mass producing. And then you don't take the same time you took when you were small.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been on certain blends, which I haven't smoked a lot of AJ lately, except for the Bella Artes, but I haven't noticed much of a difference on that particular cigar. But
Right, 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 right.
I'm sure there are subtle changes. I need to
Yeah,
definitely revisit some blends because last year we did an AJ Fernandez event. I was smoking one every single day and
yeah.
posting it on
Okay.
social media just to promote the event. So after that,
Right.
I'd take a break because the only other thing we carry other than Bella Artes is the New World stuff, like Cameroon,
Okay.
Connecticut,
The New
Maduro.
World's tight. New World's good. I
Yeah,
think the LFD Bull hasn't changed. I smoked the first cigar at a wine fest when it just came out. Good friend of mine, Corey Vincent. I got him involved in cigars. He's pretty heavy. Great palate. He has a great palate. And I smoked it, and I knew at the wine fest, October, I think it was 2020 or 2019, whenever the LFD Bull came out, I said this is the best cigar I've smoked this year. And it ended up being cigar of the year.
yeah,
So I'm saying
and then
that
after,
live, so that's real.
absolutely, and then after that, then everybody was on that cigar, and they couldn't keep up with production. So do you think
They had
even
one
after,
roller. You know why? They
yeah,
had one roller.
do you know how many
If
they
that
have now? Still the
I don't
same?
know. It still can't keep up with it. That's a weird shape. I got three
Yeah,
boxes at home. It's a weird shape cigar.
yeah, yeah. So at the shop I work at, we're probably like the only cigar shop in Brevard County that gets bulls every so often, So we
Okay.
had a LFD event, so you had to buy, X amount of stuff before you even allowed to buy an Andalusian bull. Like that's how rare that shit is. But
Really?
yeah, yeah,
So
because
so how much should I sell these boxes at my house then?
I'll talk to my boss, and we on record.
Yeah, I
I
got
mean,
bulls like Newports.
I was talking to somebody. He bought like a 5 pack of Andalusian bulls or whatever, which and I told him what, because I forgot what the actual retail price is, but we do mark them up a little bit whenever we have them.
Of
But
course,
but
of
but we're not
course.
raping people with the price. We
Right, right,
do it for
right,
like
right.
20.99 a stick. Which
Yeah,
is it's probably like 17, 18 at this point. I have to see. I have to look at invoices
bulls
next time.
now. Nobody lets you buy a box. Like just
Yeah,
look at it's
we only
supply and
let
demand.
certain people buy boxes, and they gotta
Right.
have been like, like we look out for those who truly are not just looking for bulls. Like even somebody I
Yeah.
was gonna sell bulls to, like she never showed up or whatever, so I was like, well, sorry. In the
You know
future,
what's crazy though, Mike? I'll have a lot of great aged tobacco, and I got a lot of great friends. Like I have some 1926s that are like 7 years old, and the cellophane is yellow,
nice.
and I'll give stuff away, and people don't want to even know what they're smoking. You know what I mean? I gave a guy
That
2017 Boulevard.
that's why you watch who you give stuff to.
Yeah, you got to watch it. Yeah, 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 definitely. And I'll be upset. I was like, they'll call me back. A good friend of mine, Alvin. He's a really good Cuban guy. I've turned him on to Fuente. He'd be like, "Say it, don't sell these because this is how much they're going for." I was like, "What? I just sold a box."
Yeah.
But it's the market. It's like Jordans and Reeboks and shit. It's what's trendy at the time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But anything else that you want to get out there? We're approaching the top of the hour. I usually keep it around an hour or whatever, and
Right.
it's been a good show. This is more like see the direction of my show. I've kind of like I don't really even keep notes anymore. I know what I'm going to
Right.
talk
Right. Right.
about,
Right.
and
Right.
just let that natural conversation just flow.
Right. Now, Mike. Again, I'm gonna make some sticks and a T-shirt. I don't know if you wear the T-shirt because you're shirtless,
Well, I do
but
wear shirts at times, so but people always give me
did
shirts
you
because I'm
even get
sure.
the Virginia Herf shirt? Did you get the shirt? Did you wear the shirt?
No, you didn't send a shirt. I
I didn't
think
send a
you
shirt.
were. Nah, it just was
I
the
got a.
cigar.
I haven't sent a shirt.
Yeah, because I
Uh,
know you sent it out kind of late because you were super busy and all that. You hit me up
Dude,
and I
I
never
had so
worry
many
about shit.
shirts, but I know I had sent cigars. That's always
Yeah, and I
available.
received them and let you know and thanked you and all that good
Oh
stuff, and they
yeah,
were
oh yeah.
excellent.
But That's it, man. Just working, staying under control. It's the most important part for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Not being emotional with anything.
Yeah,
That's about
that's
it.
it.
Getting
Cool.
to
Well,
the
man,
bag.
I appreciate you for coming on the show. You can look up his information. It's in the show notes and description on YouTube and all that. So, if this is your first time watching, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and all that good stuff. If you're watching on Facebook, head over to YouTube. We just reached 500 subscribers on YouTube. I could have more if I made regular videos still, but I concentrate on the show. But said, man, I'll let you know when we're not live so we can talk that real shit. You guys have a good night. Peace out.